When I first moved to Florida, I did not think it had seasons. But after living here for almost 20 years, I do see the seasons. Summer gives way to fall, fall gives way to winter, and winter gives way to spring, where we have several days with highs in the 80s, followed by a cold snap with nighttime temperatures plummeting into the 40s. This creates a magical time on the pond, where steam boils up amongst all the wildlife, and we dream of what comes after spring. And what comes after spring? Water lilies. Water lilies in every color and every texture, and the greatest of all lilies, the Amazon lily. And that is what we are going to be potting up today. If we are potting up monster lilies, then we will need monster pots. And after we finish potting up these lilies, we'll take a closer look at the fish.
These are how many buckets you think it's going to take to fill this? There's no way it's going to be 20. There's no way it's going to be 20 buckets. That's enough. You got enough buckets there. That's enough. 9's good. It's hard to believe that these have only been in here for 20 days. You remember, you could see when I planted them, they were just very small and very skimpy. And now look at them today. We're gonna plant 10 or 15 of them today. We're gonna get half of these out of here, and the ones that are left, we'll be able to space them out. This is amazing. Yeah, get the bigger one, Caesar. It's amazing how much this grew in the last 21 days. Okay, so in the background you see all the bottles out there, and every one of those bottles represents a stack of blocks like this. It is waist to chest deep out there, and I put the blocks out there, and we're gonna put the pots on top of the blocks. We're working today with 2-size pots. This is a cement mixing trough. This is the large cement mixing trough from Home Depot. And this right here is a nursery supply 25-gallon trade container. Each of these has 1 pound of fertilizer in it. And the fertilizer we're using, we have 8 ounces 180-day Nutricoat and 8 ounces 360-day Nutricoat. So here we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 pots. We have about 15 pounds of fertilizer here. And we put about 100 pounds of fertilizer every spring in this pond. Let me try going in here. Ready? Whoa! This is a piece of 2-inch thick styrofoam that we use as a little raft to get the lilies out into spot. Okay, so this will float like a boat now. See, I can move it around. As long as it doesn't get too heavy, it's fine. And then once I get it to where I want it, I can slowly let it in. And I can guide it right on top of my cement blocks. This is submerged about 12 to 15 inches. And you can see the lilies are just on the surface. You give them a couple of days and they'll fill out nicely.
Well, let's plant this lily. This is the big pot. It's 5 feet by 3 feet by 10 inches deep. And I am going to put 5 pounds of fertilizer in it. I've calibrated a 4-inch pot. Each pot holds 8 ounces of fertilizer, and that's a mixture of 180-day Nutricoat and 360-day Nutricoat. I'm putting it on the bottom, and then we're gonna add the topsoil on top. Notice how it takes 2 people to carry each pot. And we have 9 pots in there. By using the buoyancy of the water, I'm gonna drag the lily out to a position that's about 30 inches deep.
give me the beat.
Whoops, whoops. Well, that's not the most graceful way to pot a lily, but maybe it'll work. Well, let's try some smaller pots. Let's try some of the 15-gallon containers. I have 50 bottles out in this pond, and I have a position for all 50 lilies. And this way I can do color schemes. I can put lavender lilies next to pink lilies, next to orange lilies. And then I love using bright reds and bright purples and whites. And by having all these bottles in place, I can scheme exactly how I want the pond to look, and I know where every single lily is going. After I have all the lilies in place, I just simply cut the string and take the bottles out. Let's try one more giant pot. Once again, notice all the soil, how it takes 2 people to lift 1 bucket. This time I did something different. I put styrofoam underneath the pot, and I am going to use cement to sink it to the bottom, and I'm hoping next year I can just remove the cement block and retrieve my pot. Let's see how this works. Well, the styrofoam zipped out, so it just works so-so. Remember 3 weeks ago we did the video Lilies for Alligator Island? Well, it turned out fantastic. It's amazing how fast these lilies grow. In 2 weeks, I'm delivering 60 lilies and 60 giant marginal plants to Aqualink up in the Chicago area. As I grew these marginals, I'm thinking of a biofilter for all my fish.
Hi everyone, we are getting ready. In 2 weeks, we're going to be helping plant some beautiful aquatic plants in St. Louis, Illinois. So we are going to be delivering these and other plants to Greg, the pond guy. So we are going to bring this violet taro that we pot up on this 7-gallon pot. As you can see, it's really taller than me. I think we're looking at like a 7-foot tall colocasia violet stem. We are also bringing this red stem thalia. Look how beautiful and tall, and actually it's getting some blooms, so it'll be ready for when we do the plantings.
This is an intermediate sized papyrus. This is called Nile Queen. This is full grown here, about 4 feet.
So look what we're bringing as well. These beautiful, colorful, vibrant cannas. I mean, look at the orange blooms and the red blooms, the striking foliage of this Bengal tiger. You have a Cleopatra. Look at this. Come over here. Look at the Cleopatra with this beautiful variegation, and wait until you see the flower. It's this speckled orange. It is so showy.
Here's our Nulumbos. We used to grow the Nulumbos much better up in Rhode Island because it's so hot here in Florida, but we do grow them down here, but we only grow the pink ones for the most part. This is Nulumbo season. They flower here April, May, and June.
So brace yourself. We are also bringing some bananas. This banana is Inseti Morellii. It is ornamental, but look at the color of the underleaves. Isn't this beautiful?
This is our pickerelweed in 3-gallon pots.
Additionally, we are bringing black magic taro, illustras, or maybe this is the black mask. They look very similar. Look at this Waikiki colocasia. Isn't this gorgeous? The variegation is just so striking with the purple in the middle.
And this right here is our umbrella palm.
Well, I'm going to show you some different fish. These are different videos from what I showed at my last. This is an albino Oscar. It's a red Oscar, and I got a giant albino gourami. And you know, a lot of my water is crystal clear. And if I add a biofilter, it's even going to be more clear. Unfortunately, we record all this with a GoPro because I don't have glass sides. This right here is an albino arowana, about 30 inches long. This is a tigrinus catfish. That filter at the bottom is about 18 inches square. It's a pond sponge filter, so you can see that the catfish is also about 18 inches long. That right there is a hybrid cat. That's a hybrid between a red-tailed cat and a tiger shovelnose. That's another one of my red-tailed cats, and that's my prune shark there. And that tank there does not have the visibility that I want it to have. Maybe partially because the fish moves so much. These are giant spotted catfish. It's a different species from the tiger shovelnose. And these right here are my rarest fish. Those are the zebra Gerense catfish. I don't think there's any for sale in the United States. And I've had them for about 18 months now, and that's been quite an achievement. And once again, this is my big tank. These fish here are all between 36 and 46 inches long. And just to show you how big they are, that's the biggest trash can they sell at Home Depot. And I think that sucker there is about 46 inches. I don't know the name of this catfish. If anyone knows the name of this catfish, please comment. I bought it as a leopard catfish. So in the weeks to come, I'm going to build a biofilter for all these fish. I want to have these monster catfish that I can go snorkeling with and use all of my plants to turn it into a biofilter in a greenhouse.
We will see you next week, and don't forget to like and subscribe.